lot to me to even be here in front of you, and thank you so much for giving me the privilege of singing for you. So my name is Josh, and I sing for a couple bands, play bass in a couple more bands, so I'm around. It's a thing. But I also do the solo stuff, which I don't really play out very often. But Nathan is, this is my third or second time playing with Nathan, so I feel awesome. I'm really happy to be here. And I said that. I did say that. Okay, so this first song is called Canned Goods, and it is for, I'm assuming I'm speaking to the demographic that is the same as myself, right? That if I say canned goods, you know what that means in terms of going to shows at VFW halls and in going to seeing bands that nobody cares about at all. So this song is about that, and it's about you, and I'm really happy to sing for you. All right.
And everyone claimed to be underground, and the X's on our hands were the X's on our souls. I remember when we used to bring canned goods to shows. Was the center of the world, and Middlesex played host to youth crews in chaos. The band is breathing fire, they're all dressed in black. We pounded our chests as we sang from our hearts. I never thought that these days would end. I remember when we used to bring canned goods to shows. Basements held promise with broken PAs. Don't hit your head on the floorboards or hang from the expo's plumbing. $3 to $5 was the sliding scale. The crusties paid with quarters, though they were secretly rich. I remember when we used to bring canned goods to shows. Whoa. I still believe. Whoa, I still believe. Whoa, I still believe. Whoa, I still believe. Whoa, I still believe in the sound of a threat and the chorus of days you'll come to regret.
Thank you. It's funny, I was just speaking with some friends at breakfast this morning about the fact that this weird microcosm gives rise to different conversations with your work friends. How they're like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me you had sneaker prints on the back of your shirt after Friday night parties with bands and stuff? It's like, yeah, that didn't happen to you? Like, oh, I guess that doesn't happen to everybody else. Not a thing. All right. And moving on, this song is called Loser of a Thousand Fights. Can you hear that? Is that good, Mike? Okay. He wore every punch like a broken badge of pride, with every new libation closing the gap between his face and the floor. His fists his only friends in the South Philly dive, but even they grow old, even they grow cold.
He never thought that this would be where he'd end up. A mouthful of broken teeth and an empty wallet full of bad luck. He waits patiently for a way out. Still he stays, waiting for the end of his days. Hey Marty, I can't take it, he moans for the millionth time. My back hurts and I'm exhausted, waiting for a box of pine. But I'll settle for a citywide and a little bit of time. And I'll take the last bus home, I'll take the last bus home. He never thought that this would be where he'd end up. A mouthful of broken teeth and an empty wallet full of bad luck. He searches frantically for a way out. Still he stays, waiting for the end of his days. He keeps his hands up, he keeps his chin tucked, but deep down he suspects he might be fucked. He punches the clock, but it punches back harder. Here he stands, the king of 1,000 losing fights. He never thought that this would be where he'd end up. A mouthful of broken teeth and an empty wallet full of bad luck. He searches frantically for a way out. Still he stays, knowing that this is the end of his days.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. This next song is about my wife, and her name is Melani. She's sitting right over there. And I wrote this for her a bunch of years ago, and it still means just as much today as it did on the day that I wrote it, because I love her with the same fury and passion that I did on the day that I met her. So this is Melani's song.
You don't have to apologize, 'cause every note rings true.
Sorry, let me start it over.
You don't have to apologize, 'cause every note rings true. Every time I hear a love song, I only think of you. I know bold proclamations, romantic in their own right, but I prefer the look in your eyes. Oh, 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 oh. I'm nothing without you, my dear. Please know my heart's forever yours. I'll face the darkness of 1,000 nights if it meant I can spend one day with you. Every night's a different song, but every note rings true. All those silly little jokes that are only meant for you. I can sing 1,000 songs about 1,000,000 different moments, but melodies mean nothing without you. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm nothing without you, my dear. Please know my heart's forever yours. I'll face the darkness of 1,000 nights if it meant I can spend one day with you. You were at the center of everything I am, like a movie scene that stirs my heart. A whisper in every breeze that calls your name, that calls your name out to me. I don't believe in destiny or a fate that's in the stars. I touch the face of the divine when I hold you in my arms. These moments may be fleeting, but they're never ever lost. They're burned into my heart and my mind. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm nothing without you, my dear. Please know my heart's forever yours. I'll face the darkness of 1,000 nights if it meant I can spend one day with you.
Thank you. It's pretty funny when you sing for a high energy punk rockin' band, and then you also do shows like this where you're like a little bit less high energy jumping around kind. You know what I mean? So a lot of these songs. What'd you say? I'm not trying to stop, is all. The plan is to keep on playing till the wheels fall off. You know what I'm saying? But the funny thing is that, like, you know, I don't really get a chance to play these songs in front of people because most people expect, you know, the cross keys like power rock, you know, that kind of thing. Which, you know, I'm sensitive too, man, you know? So, back on the sensitive tip, this song is called Forgotten.
He wishes that he can go back to say the things he should have said. But time is just a one-way street where no one can lay their head. Each tick of his watch is secondhand, speeds him further away from the person that he wants to be. All of the places that he wants to stay, he knows deep in his heart. Everything young has to die. That the rays of the sun and the darkness of midnight are the same to the closed eye. Streets are worn like a sweater, a cup of coffee flavored with lies. Can you tell me what happens to the prayers spoken from the lips of the drunken and the damned? So pour one out for the nameless who bought into nefarious plans. Salvation dealt as the bartering coin against all of God's demands. He knows deep in his heart everything young has to die. And the rays of the sun and the darkness of midnight are the same to the closed eye. The tempest shakes the atheist from the sailors lost at sea, and the rosary that floats to the surface was sold as a ticket to Galilee. So pour one out for the faceless who drives around in stolen cars and thinks fondly back on the good old days when he knew the names of all of the stars he knows deep in his heart. Everything young has to die, but the rays of the sun and the darkness of midnight are the same to the closed eye.
Thank you. I'm going to take a sip of this. So this next song is from my friend Chris Reject. And if you're in the Lehigh Valley area and you need a screen printer, I would advise going to LVAC, the Lehigh Valley Apparel Creations. You can find their website at xlvacx.com. Now, granted, being an old hardcore kid that's 40 years old saying you're friends with a screen printer is also like saying, hey, I'm into microbrews and jujitsu. So I get it, you know what I'm saying? And I have multiple friends that are screen printers. My friend Ralph at Awesome Dudes made this beautiful t-shirt for me, decrying my love for my peoples. Just saying. All right. Anyway, I wrote a song for Chris Reject, and the song is called A Song for Chris Reject. I don't have the tongue to say that things are gonna be any better than they are. I wish I could say that things are gonna be okay, but you and I both know that's just not who we are. So I'm reaching out to you on your darkroom floor, hoping we can figure out something that's worth living for. I'm reaching out to you cause I don't know what else to do. All I know is that the world is better with you in it. From all the t-shirts that everybody knows, to all the shows at the Pirates Cove, you've always been good to me, even though I didn't always know. Sorry I didn't play your wrestling show, but I'm reaching out to you on your darkroom floor, hoping we can figure out something that's worth living for. I'm reaching out to you cause I don't know what else to do. All I know is that the world is better with you in it. You and I are both bad at dealing with currency, but making fun of Liam is a pastime on which we both agree. I don't pretend to know any of life's answers. All I know is that I don't want either of us to shit our pants. So I'm reaching out to you on your darkroom floor, hoping we can figure out something that's worth living for. I'm reaching out to you cause I don't know what else to do. All I know is that the world is better with you in it. Thank you. Okay. This next song is a cover song, so if you know the words, maybe sing along. Yeah, here we go. It's for you, Nathan. All right. Living on the road, my friend, supposed to keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron and your breath is hard as kerosene. Want your mama's only boy, but her favorite one it seemed. She began to cry when you said goodbye and sank into your dreams. Pancho was a bandit, boys, horse as fast as polished steel.
Wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, on a desert down in Mexico. And nobody heard his dying words, but that's the way it goes. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away, out of kindness, I suppose. Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. Day they laid poor Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, and where he got the bread to go, hey, nobody knows. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away, out of kindness, I suppose. Poets tell how Pancho fell, and Lefty's living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold, so the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true. Save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do, and now he is growing old. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away, out of kindness, I suppose. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away, out of kindness, I suppose. Thanks. This next song is a song called Lena's Laments, and it is about a movie called Singin' in the Rain, which you've probably seen or not. And I would like to dedicate it to all of my friends at Cinepunks, who are my fans and friends and podcasters and all that. And songs about movies, songs about you. All right, here we go. She had a face that glowed despite the shadows, at a time when silent celluloid was walking out the door. She had a dream, her name illuminated, 1,000 watts of stardust to cast a shadow on the screen. Take a bow before it all comes crashing down. Face a crowd, we know we still love you. Take a bow before it all comes crashing down. Face a crowd, Lena, we still love you. Donnie never said he loved you, no matter how bad we wanted it to be true. Both of you always look so goddamn demure. Pantomime the lines ever so convincingly, but forever will come crashing down on you. Take a bow before it all comes crashing down. Face a crowd, we know we still love you. Take a bow before it all comes crashing down. Face a crowd, Lena, we still love you. I wish that things were different, but things seldom stay the same. Wonder how the story sounded when you told it. Are you the star of your own picture now? And tell me, do you sound the same? All these final moments, love captured in a glance, all caught on silent celluloid. You're still a star to me, and I guess there isn't much left to believe, much less the beauty of an empty screen. Take a bow before it all comes crashing down. face the crowd. We know we still love you. Take a bow before it all comes crashing down. Face the crowd. Lena, we still love you.
Hey. All right. This next song is called Goodbye to Good Intentions. And sometimes you need to hear it. You don't have to be nice to people who are mean to you. And I know people like myself, our inclination is to try and help people regardless, right? But there is some dignity in self-preservation, and there is some pride in taking care of yourself first. So this song is about that. This is the first time I'm playing this in front of everybody. So here we go. All right. Yep, that's right. Hold on. Okay. Yep. Here we go.
Another screw falls out and hits the floor. I can barely recognize the face I wore before. It's never easy, it's never clean, constantly waking up from what I hoped was a dream. A regret that blossoms like a flower in the night, haunted by the melody of a song I never liked. My arms remember what my heart wants to forget. I mean it when I say I wish we'd never met. The knife that cuts the deepest had 20 years to be sharpened to that point. Something in my heart just can't let go. I think of all the time we spent being shitty malcontents, and I can't believe I miss those days. A regret that blossoms like a flower in the night, haunted by the melody of a song I never liked. My arms remember what my heart wants to forget. I mean it when I say I wish we'd never met. So say goodbye to all my good intentions, and I'll leave you to the suffering of your own design. Jersey City fades in the rear view mirror, and so do all my scars. A regret that blossoms like a flower in the night, haunted by the melody of a song I never liked. My arms remember what my heart wants to forget. I mean it when I say I wish we'd never met.
Here we go. Okay, so this next song is called Why We Sing, and it's dedicated to people who still make music, even though it seems a little bit ridiculous to do it at our age. Yeah, here we go.
Play each song like it's your first. Play each show like it's your last. And nothing means as much as the words that come right from your heart. Each breath could mean something new. Catharsis has a face, black and blue, it's still just you. When you have to toe the line, no matter what the road may hold. And starry romantic nights are the currency we so desperately try to earn. Dreams, they have their place. And hope can sting, I know, but what else is left? What is this voice for? When you have to find your place, the melody in this chaotic discord, and the reason isn't lost, it's deep within your soul, and you have to let it out. Don't let it grow cold. Don't let it grow cold. Don't let it grow cold. The reason isn't lost. It's deep within your soul, and you have to let it out. Don't let it grow cold. 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 All right, I got one more, and then we're gonna have Nathan up here, and he's going to blast the room with his beautiful, wonderful voice. So, like I said, my name is Josh Alvarez. And this song is a cover song by a band called the Mountain Goats. So again, if you know the words, you are not in the minority, and you should definitely sing along with me. All right, here we go. Ready? The best ever death metal band out of Denton. We're a couple of guys who've been friends since grade school. One was named Cyrus, the other was Jeff, and they practiced twice a week in Jeff's bedroom. The best ever death metal band out of Denton. Never settled on a name, but the top three contenders after weeks of debate were Satan's Fingers, and the Killers, and the Hospital Bombers. Jeff and Cyrus believed in their hearts they were headed for stage lights and Learjets and fortune and fame. So in script that made prominent use of a pentagram, they stenciled their drum heads and guitars with their names. This is how Cyrus got sent to the school where they told him he'd never be famous. And this is how Jeff, in the letters he'd write to his friends, helped develop a plan to get even. When you punish a person for dreaming their dreams, don't expect them to thank or forgive you. The best ever death metal band out of Denton will in time both outpace and outlive you. Hail Satan. Hail Satan. Tonight, hail Satan. Hail, hail. Thanks. Nathan's up next. My name is Josh Alvarez. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for having me, Pat.